بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. المؤمنين عائشة رضي الله عنها once asked the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, when these last 10 nights of Ramadan starts, and if I wanted to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, teach me a dua that is short and precise and would do the job, inshallah. So he taught her and taught us after her this short dua: Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. O Allah, you are the most forgiver and you love forgiveness, so forgive us. So basically, that is what each one of us is really asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is to forgive, to be forgiven. And these last 10 nights of Ramadan that started about 3 hours ago, this is the sunset of the day of the 19th, which is the beginning of the day of the 20th of the month of Ramadan. This is the start of the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يخلق ما يشاء ويختار. He creates what He decrees and He chooses from among His creations. Whether they are spaces, locations like Mecca, like Jerusalem, like the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the land. أحب البقاع إلى الله مساجدها. The best of places to Allah are the masajid. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses from among the places and chooses from among the times. He chooses Friday to be the best day in the week. He chooses the month of Ramadan to be the best month of the year. And in this Ramadan, or in this month of Ramadan, and every Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written on us, kutiba alaykum as-siyam, has written on us, or decreed on us to fast it as one of the pillars of the 5 pillars of Islam. And from the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses the last 10 nights of Ramadan. And in these last 10 nights of Ramadan, there is one night that is called Laylatul Qadr. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had revealed a full surah, though short, but its name is after this night, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that the reward of the obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this one night is better than the reward in the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over 1,000 months. This is almost 84 years of ibadah. This you are talking about an individual who became extremely old. So this is the span of time that the reward of which will be less than the reward that you may gain in one night in these 10 nights of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. Verily, we have descended it, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the night of power, in the night of Qadr. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. How do you know what is the night of Laylatul Qadr? This is a question that glorifies this night. That to tell you that no matter how your imagination it may go, how far it may go, you cannot imagine the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night. You cannot imagine how dignified with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this night is. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers in a more mysterious way to tell us Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Subhanallah. Let us assume that you are at 15, you become a mukallaf. You become that you are responsible for your own deeds. You are no more a child. And you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a perfect way for the next 99 years. So 99 years minus 15, that is 84 years. So 84 years solid worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, assuming that you live until 99, which very few of us may do that. But let us assume that you do that. 84 years, that is about 1,000 months. One night of worship, the night of Qadr, will be better than the worship of the whole life of you, or me, or everyone in this ummah. So this is how we mentioned many times that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يعطي الكثير على العمل القليل. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives plenty on very little deeds, good deeds that you do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us so many opportunities in this life to gain more rewards so as it becomes easy for us to go into Jannah, inshallah. So this night, one may ask, well, which night is it among these 10 nights? We know that Ramadan is better than any other month. We know that the last 10 nights is better than the rest of Ramadan. But now we just knew that one night in these 10 nights of Ramadan is better than 1,000 months. The scholars, they say 1,000 months without the night of Qadr. 1,000 months that do not include 1,000 nights of Qadr. So imagine. So which night is that? So the Prophet ﷺ basically looking at all the ahadith, one cannot be absolutely certain it is one of those nights. Scholars, they tell you they could be in the odd nights of the last 10 nights. Some, they tell you it is the 23rd or 21, 25th. Many scholars, they say 27th. But the reality is, there is a possibility that it could be any night. And also they said, it is not fixed. It moves from one year to the next, from one Ramadan to the next. This Ramadan, maybe tonight is the night of Qadr. Next Ramadan could be the 27th. The Ramadan after could be the 25th. The one after could be the 22nd. So it could be in the odd or even nights. And remember, in this globe, some of the nights could be counted as odd in one spot and even in the opposite side of the globe. So basically, considering everything, all the possibilities, a Muslim should consider every night of these 10 nights as a high probability it could be the night of Qadr. Last night, when we were raising funds for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to finish the expansion project of our masjid in Columbia, Missouri, one lady, Jazakallah khair, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward her and her family, suggested that she is going to spend $100 every night until the end of Ramadan. Why? She said, because in case it is any of those nights, so I am catching the reward of that night, inshallah, and my charity will be multiplied according to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides. And we really admired that suggestion, and many brothers and sisters had followed. Alhamdulillah, we have reached, until today, we have reached 12 or 13 people who pledged 100 every night. So that is $1,000 throughout these last 10 nights of Ramadan. Our goal was 300,000. However, I have to tell you, as a community, even $300,000 is not going to finish the project. So as you may not be shocked if 6 months from now we come back to you and tell you, hey, we need money. These projects swallow money just like any of us swallow the water. We reached about 50%, 53% of our goal last night. We still have way to go. So if we really can find 200 families or 200 individuals who could look up to the reward of Laylatul Qadr every night by going to Mohid or PayPal and every night and deposit $100. One of those nights will definitely be Laylatul Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi Laylatul Qadr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for sure, He descended it in Laylatul Qadr. So one of those nights is going to be catching your $100. Of course, if you knew which one was that, you would probably put $10,000. But since we do not know, everyone can do his capacity. So $100 is not going to break any of us. $100 a night. So times 10, this is $1,000. You can do the intention and pay the $1,000 at once and have the intention that $100 every night. Because the Prophet ﷺ says, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Deeds are but by intentions. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. And in this, we should compete. The competitors should compete. This is far more important than competing in buying a car in an auction, or competing to go and grab some food in the grocery store. You are talking about Jannah. You are talking about a reward of one night that is more than the reward of the whole life, more than the reward of 84 years, 1,000 months. So for a Muslim who is looking for a profit of this worldly life, and that is his himmah, that is what he works for, then he could do as much as he can. If he is told the 15th of May, your profit will be 1,000 times. So he will do his best. But for those whose himmah is al-akhirah, who look up to the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the yard of their competition. This is the area where they should compete. The area where they could compete to the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anna. Wasari'u, and haste and compete ila maghfiratin min rabbikum, to a forgiveness from your Rabb, wa jannatin arduha as-samawat wal ard, and a paradise, the width of it is the heavens and earth. He did not mention the length of it. أعدت to whom? أعدت للمتقين. Those who work hard to put a barrier between them and the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what are their attributes, those muttaqeen? الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء. Those who spend when they are at ease and when they are in need. Just like with the Prophet ﷺ, when he was asked, أي الصدقة أفضل يا رسول الله? Which charity is best, O Rasulullah? He said, أن تصدق وأنت صحيح شحيح, is to spend when you are at your good health, but you love what you have of the bounties. وأنت صحيح شحيح. تخشى الفقر. You are afraid that when you give, you become poor. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you, ما نقص مال من صدقة. The wealth will never diminish, will never be reduced because of the charity. In fact, the charity is only a purification of your wealth and your heart. تخشى الفقر وتأمل الغنى. Yes, you are afraid of being poor, but you hope that you become rich. So this is the first or the best time when you give charity. ولا تنتظر حتى إذا بلغت الحلقوم قلت لفلان كذا ولفلان كذا. And do not wait until your soul reaches the throat when you are about to die, and you say, give Ahmed $1,000 and give Ali $1,000. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, فَكَانَ لِفُلَانٍ كَذَا وَلِفُلَانٍ كَذَا, which means at that moment, it is not, your wealth is not under your control. Even your decision is not considered by a court, let alone your charity for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at the moment of death, you cannot give charity. You have to give it before that moment. الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء. Those who spend for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at ease and when they are in need. والكاظمين الغيظ. And those who suppress their anger. والعافين عن الناس. And those who forgive people. والله يحب المحسنين. And Allah loves those who are muhsins, who go the extra mile in perfecting their deeds with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in maximizing their reward, their tijara, their business with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah tonight we encourage 200 families or 200 individuals. Each of them will spend $100 a night for 10 nights of these 10 nights of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a sunnah hasana, that you will have the reward of it and the reward of everyone who follows your steps. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the ajr, the reward of Laylatul Qadr. But we have to do the asbab. Inshallah, we have the commitment to do these installments every night, or 1,000 nights to cover the whole 10 nights. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Deeds are but by intention. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our siyam and our qiyam, forgive us, all of us inshallah, and admit us to paradise. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.